for you, huh? Oh, boy, Marty, you know, student council really had a hard time getting MCs.
Boy, they really did. They really did. They asked me just this morning, and what could I do it one day? What they tried to do was they tried to get the most intellectual MCs they could find, but it didn't work out.
And then they tried to get the most scholarly MCs, but that didn't work out either, did it?
No, it didn't work out. Then they tried to get the MCs with the best personalities on campus, but it didn't work out.
So they finally decided to pick the MCs that are the best looking, and mainly because they didn't want to turn them down 4 times in a row. Wow, that was a nightmare, wasn't it?
Yeah, boy, nightmares. That's the worst thing you ever want to have happen, is have a nightmare.
You know, one of the worst nightmares I've ever had was I dreamed one time that I was taking a test from D.A. Carson.
Oh, I had those.
A-section,
yes.
Second time, you know, finals, the whole 9 yards. I've never had a day of Greek in my life. It was terrible.
When I was a student here, I had that similar nightmare to that, only I was in the class. But, you know, now that I'm teaching here, my nightmares are different. Those of you who were in my church history class last quarter know the nightmares that I've had. You know, you wake up in the middle of the night, and there they are, 80 of them, in your bedroom. You know, I even dreamed one night that I lectured to an entire group of people in my bathroom on. Can you believe that? Okay, our first number tonight is going to be a piano number done by Eric Coates. The music is from Ludwig Beethoven. Von Beethoven.
Oh, adapted from Alexander Aslanoff, and it is adapted from Matthew 11:28-30. Here's Eric Coates at the piano.
was bent and battered from the storms of life I could see. Waves were rough, but that old ship was steady. Is that the old ship of Zion I see? At the stern of the ship was the captain. I could hear as he called out my name. It's the old ship of Zion.
Thank you.
As I stand on board, I'll be leaving all my sorrow and heartaches behind. I'll be safe with Jesus the captain, sailing out on the ocean of Zion, sailing out on the ocean of Zion.
Before I bring up Alan Kraft and Nick Merriweather, Nick challenged me this morning if I had any good one-liners, so I saved one for you, Nick. Well, Nick, Nick's from Tennessee. I don't know if most of you know that. Same difference. He's down there in Arkansas. I'll never forget those good old days when Nick first came up to Trinity campus. He stopped by that Shell station off on 22 and pulled up to the full-serve line there. And the gas station attendant says, "Excuse me, sir, how's your oil?" And he says, "Ah, it's fine, how's y'all?" Without further ado, let's bring on Alan Kraft and Nick Merriweather, who'll be playing guitar and banjo, two songs, The Nazarene and then Foggy Mountain Breakdown.
Dr. Clyburn, second church history. This is different church history.
of everything, and he felt the fascination of the stars. And as he wandered through this weary world, he wondered and he wept, for there were so few who listened to his call. He came, he saw, he surrendered all, so that we might be born again. And the fact of his humanity was there for all to see, for he was unlike any other man, and yet so much like me. Of his heart, and those who hardly knew him, and those who knew him well, could feel the contradiction from the start. He came, he saw, he surrendered all, so that we might be born again. And the fact of his humanity was there for all to see, for he was unlike any other man, and yet so much like me. He came, he saw, he surrendered all, so that we might be born again. And the fact of his humanity was there for all to see, for he was unlike any other man, and yet so much like me.
Stop clapping.
It sounded like a lot of rain there for a minute, didn't it? I told him he had to say that. That was his joke.
Speaking of letter days, I feel like exercising my spiritual gift.
Hey, what is your spiritual gift?
I have the gift of prophecy.
No.
The gift of prophecy. I can.
We don't believe in that, right?
You know, we believe in it. It never failed. I've never been stoned yet. Stoned? What I can do, figurative expression.
Okay.
I have the ability to predict the answers to the questions that you have in your hand
In these envelopes.
by exercising my gift of prophecy. Now let me think for a second and take out my prophecy list.
See, you thought of these ahead of time when you wrote them.
Please be patient. Okay, the first envelope, please. The answer is foggy breakdown.
That's foggy.
Breakdown.
Question. What is Nick Merriweather like on a church history final?
Okay, the next inerrant prophecy. 5 minutes late.
That's 5. We ought to repeat this after.
5
Minutes late.
Question is, what time does Wayne Grudem's class start?
Inerrant prophecy number 3. Plaid and striped polyester tweed.
Polyester free.
So that gives me 2. Question is, what is Stu Hackett's favorite outfit?
Okay, the 4th inspired prophecy. This is a simple one. Avalanche.
Let's try it again. What it felt like the first day of Hebrew with Dennis McGarry. Those of you who have Hebrew.
Mental.
And the last prophecy. Illiterate stumbling boo.
Illiterate
Stumbling through.
Let's see, what does it feel like to preach in front of David Larson?
We're inerrant. Our next act will be the Lexicon ladies doing a choreographed song.
Shinobi and Sulaki. The first one they're going to do is called Palm Leaf Rag, and the second one they're going to do is called Sunburst Rag.
Next year, next quarter. Hey Bill, what's it like to be a tech student in a nuclear age?
Why, Colin, I'm glad you asked that question. Mike Mercer is going to tell us what it's like to take Hebrew from Dr. Sailhammer, nuclear age.
I went to a high school whose initials were VHS. I feel right at home here. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. The summer of 1985. Looking back, it seems a blur. I can't recall how we survived. A group of us opened a big brown book and read from back to front. Together we learned Hebrew. I don't know how we done it. Hebrew was such a simple language, unadorned and plain. That is, until the Masoretes came along and had their say. They covered it with dots and marks, slashes and accents and notes, and comments and dashes and letters and numbers and footnotes and side notes. They made up their own rules. So that Gentiles like me who learn Hebrew will certainly feel like fools. At any rate, here's my reaction, my lament, my expression of grief. When in the doggish days of summer, I took Hebrew at the Trinity. I just keep seeing dots before my eyes. I just keep seeing dots before
for his eyes. How many of you had Dr. Sailhammer for Hebrew? A few, the lucky, the remnant. For those who didn't, this will require a word of introduction. 3 textbooks were required for Dr. Sailhammer's course. Green's Grammar, the Hebrew Bible, and a subscription to the New York Times. Dr. Sailhammer would bring in his New York Times and give the most wonderful illustrations of Hebrew grammar from the world of physics and nuclear science. We learned about flying noons. We learned about atomic dogishes, remarkable little Hebrew dots with enough power to end life as we know it. We tested Hebrew words for radioactivity. We wore safety glasses and donned lead shields. Dr. Sailhammer's elementary Hebrew course is the first course to be held in the school's new lead-lined classrooms. The song is given in tribute to Dr. John Sailhammer for his unique ability to integrate ancient Hebrew and modern nuclear science, and thus prepare us for ministry in the modern world. Now, brothers, I have never been a peacenik. I felt that there could be a just war. But after what happened this summer, I'm laying down my sword forevermore. 'Cause we've been caught up in the greatest disaster since the year of 1945. Think about it. And if we hadn't been warned to take some precaution, I doubt if we would be alive. But now the day after the doggish fell, I'm here to say that I am alive. I'm glad I listened to my teacher well. You know I owe that man my life. 'Cause me and several of my brothers and sisters are safe in this shelter today. Because while we were yet strangers, he taught us the dangers of Hebrew in the nuclear age. For now we are safe in the shelter, but we're hoping that the air will clear soon, so that we can walk in the open again, unafraid of those flying noons. And the first thing we'll do is paint some signs and gather together in force, and march in protest till the NRC comes and regulates this course. But now the day after the doggish fell, I'm here to say that I am alive. brothers and sisters are safe in this shelter today. Because while we were yet strangers, he taught us the danger of deep roots in this new nuclear age.
Howdy, Clem.
Hey, Jed, how are you doing?
I'm fine.
You ready to start?
I'm ready to start.
Yeah!
Sure enough, sure enough. Mighty fine country out. Oh, fine, look at mountains.
Oh, wow. You know, I was just talking to Mary Lou back there in old Dodge City. Next time I'll go back, I'm going to pamper and Mary.
Go for it.
Oh,
You used to have a church that way.
yeah, that's Miss Mary, kid. Home on the range. Come on, join me. We're dear and the play. Reaction criticism written all over it. We're going to start out in the second half with Doug Weinkoff doing a solo for the piano, and it's entitled I Saw the War.
Felt like I was lost and sleep awakened. I looked into the night, the darkness overtaken by a bright and shining light. I couldn't understand it, I couldn't reason how, then my eyes beheld him. I wasn't breathing now, and I saw the Lord. He was high and lifted up, and right whom he adored, and I saw the Lord, and he saw me.
Our next act will be Chuck Reiser, who will tell us a story entitled The E's and Their Cheese. And I can't wait to hear this. Chuck Reiser. A few years ago, I had friends. One whose name was Kozlowski. His name ended with an SK9. He was Polish. Another whose name was Muskowski. Her name ended with an SKY. And she was from somewhere else in Eastern Europe. And I thought their names sounded so similar that they must have a similar background. So I researched the matter, and I came across a Ukrainian by the name of Petra. Let me tell you the story as he told it to me. Hello, my name is Petra Vladimir Vashenki, and I'd like to give you a little history lesson. Years ago, in a land that was called Russia, there lived a tribe of people. They were known as the E's, the A, B, C, D, E. You may ask me, why were they called the E's? And I'll tell you, they were called the E's because their last name ended with E. Such names as Kozlowski, Muskowski, Lipinski, Rozhenki. And they were all very, very happy. You see, they ate the same food, they drank the same drinks, they danced the same dances, they had the same custom. And then one eventful day in history occurred. The E's had an argument, the biggest argument in all their history. You may ask me, what was the argument all about? And I'll tell you, I don't know. But I'm sure it was very, very important. All E's, they loved their cheese. One half of the E's, they wanted their cheese with the Cheshire seeds. The other half of the E's, they did not like the Cheshire seeds. And so the arguments got fiercer and fiercer until they all decided they would leave Prussia. It was a sad day. One half of the East, they went over to a land that's called Russia. And there they said, we will have nothing to do with those other E's. We will take out our E, and we will add and Y. And we will no longer call ourselves E's, but we will call ourselves Y's. Professing themselves to be wise, they became fools. And furthermore, we will have our cheese the way we want to have our cheese. The other half of the East, they went over to a land that's called Poland. And there they said, we will have nothing to do with those other E's. We will take out our E, and we will add an I. And we will no longer call ourselves
east, but we will call ourselves ice. But we know them today as poles. And furthermore, we will have our cheese the way we want to have our cheese. Generations developed new drinks, new food, new dances, new customs. And soon they forgot all about their brothers in another country. About this time, the Spirit of God began to move within all the peoples of Eastern Europe. And many of the East Russia and the Eastern Poland, they gave their hearts to the Lord Jesus and became born again into the family of God. That is your love. But they still did not know about their brothers in another country. So, the Spirit of God began to move within a man in Budapest, Hungary. And he organized the biggest, the grandest, the most spectacular cheese festival the world had ever known. And he invited cheese-loving peoples from all over Eastern Europe. And they came to Budapest. The Christian East of Russia and the Christian East of Poland, they came there with their cheeses. And there, on the bridge, where Buda meets past, they saw each other. And they knew within their hearts that they were brothers, not merely because of flesh and blood, but because the Spirit of God had made them one. And so, 8 billion verse to us became a reality to them that day. It goes something like this. There is neither male nor female. There is neither Slav nor Pole. There is neither wine nor olive, but ease are made one in Christ Jesus. The truth of this story, man can separate, but God can unify forever. Amen.
The next number is a quartet by the Four Spiritual Laws. They have a wonderful plan for this. And it's called the Coney Island Baby. Here they are.
and poor man, beggar and thief, doctor, lawyer, rich and cheap. We all are bound for summer. Goodbye, my Coney Island baby. Farewell, my own true love, true love. I'm gonna go away and leave you. Never see you any.
Never gonna see you any.
I'm gonna sail upon that ferry boat, never to return again, return again. No. So, goodbye, farewell. So long forever. Goodbye, my Coney Island. Goodbye, my Coney Island. Goodbye, my Coney Island boy.
Our next skit is by none other than our own Dr. and Mrs. Coleman doing a skit called Pencils.
It's a really good time. I sit it on the ground. I can do the dog. The sole of my shoe. My hands are so thin I can sit down on a dime and tell whether it's head or tail. You got any money? I believe you're in worse shape than I am. I'll tell you, we're going to have to do something. I don't think no, we should have any trouble with your brains and my good looks. I've got some pencils here. Have you ever sold pencils? No. All right, they've got into it. I'll tell you, I think we ought to practice a little first. Why don't you just stand up here and hold these pencils, and I'll just pretend I'm a customer walking by and see what you can do. Well, you just want to stand there? The customer will walk right by. Gotta let them know you're in business. So, stick them out there and say, pencils, put your soul. How much are pencils? You'll never make any money like that. If somebody asks you how much they are, give them the price. Say 2 for $5. 2 for $5? That's all right. Now let's try it again. Well, how much are they? 2 for $5. Are they any good? 2 for $5. say, well, if you don't, somebody else will. That'll teach you.
If you don't, somebody else will.
That's it. Let's try it out one more time.
So,
I'm sorry.
2, 4, 5.
Are they any good?
Show me, show me.
Well, I don't believe I'll lie.
If you don't, somebody else will.
Ah, you got it. I tell you, you can't miss with that. I tell you, I think I'll go down here to the ice cream park, there by the water tower. But you stay here. Somebody's got to sell the pencils. Now, don't worry, I'll be back, and we'll split the cost. So you just stay here, and you keep practicing, and the first one that comes by, you see if you can make a save. Got it?
Pencils. 2, 5. Show me you, show mine. You don't, somebody else will.
Hey, say, I'm trying to get to a place called Deerfield. You know where it's at?
Pencil.
Now, wait a minute. All I need to know is just the route between here and Deerfield, Illinois.
2, 4, 5.
Wait a minute, what's wrong with you? Is everybody crazy around here?
Somebody's inside.
Once you get smart with me, I'm going to knock your block off.
If you don't, somebody else will.
You know something, Bill?
Yeah, I feel it. Good.
I feel that spiritual gift coming right back again. That's the spiritual gift of prophecy that I had in the first half of the show.
But you know, you're going to need some extra, huh? For the
I need
second
some extra help here. I need my
Dude.
prophecy hat.
You need some prophecy.
Special hat. And I also need my prophecy sheet to prevent stoning. Okay, the first envelope. A 25-year-old skunk.
A 25-year-old skunk.
Question is, what is the odor of the Trinity Max Quad? Oh, come on now.
I think I've got a better one here. The prophet says a 325-pound stuffed turkey.
A 325-pound stuffed turkey.
That was difficult. Question is, what does the typical Trinity student look like after 3/4 of eating a saga? That was good.
I think it gets better from here.
It does.
The next prophetic word is 2 or 3.
2 or 3.
Let's say it one more time.
2 or 3.
What is the average number of dates before Ted's guy proposes marriage?
I don't think I can stomach that. It's true. And the last prophecy. That never fails me. $1.25.
$1.25.
What is the average amount of money the typical Ted's guy spends on a date?
Ladies, am I wrong? No.
It's $1.50.
Pocket Press. No, it's not Pocket Press. Changed it. Our next act, Audrey Martin and Mark Drittenberg, Shootout in the Wild Midwest.
Shootout.
Yep.
10-1, boys. This here dude's one of those varmint outlaws y'all many of them. What's that firearm you got there?
It's a Smith and Wesley.
Irrepressible fallibility? No.
I feel just awful. The amputation, that was my decision. I mean, it wasn't absolutely necessary.
It ain't worth losing another coin over. I guess you're a law-abiding citizen. At least you abide by the law of grace.
Well, I just want to be on the safe side. You know, I wouldn't want to lose.
I know I am nothing more about losing nothing. I'll buy you this thing.
Oh, boy, I got you the flavor of it for you.
Make it Oreo. Make it double.
I've been waiting for this next day, literally all year. This individual's been cutting it up in my church history class every other day when he's in class. I think I'm going to get it. Let's bring on the irrepressible Jerry Rucker. No, I went to his class. I really liked it. I took the test. He's a very fair man. And he'll give you $1 afterwards. It's not fair for you to advertise a class like that. No. Did American history, and they just turned it off. Thank you. What was interesting about Whitey's class, and I wouldn't plan to say this, but since you were here and you pretend to be a comedian, I guess I'll pretend to be a teacher. I tell you, when I first went in there, he could really talk fast. I was just amazed. He went through about 200 years of history in about 10 minutes. And it was really interesting. And, I can't wait to take the class over again. But I do a few impressions, and I see there's a lot of little kids here, and these I don't do real well, but I do a few animals. First one I want to do is a dog, and this is those little bitty dogs that are like, you know, if you sneak in, if you're a robber and you go in a house, they'll either lick you to death or wet on you. That's the only dog. Now I can do a cat too. Okay? Now, we had a Siamese cat. Siamese cats are different. They have a different meow. My mouth's kind of dry, so I don't know if I can do it, but they have a real deep and just a long meow. And that's it. I don't know if you do this, but there are different types of gooses. So I can do excuse me, they are gooses. Wait, you don't even do the impressions. This is my impression of an American goose. goose. I noticed that this night was getting bumped a lot. Now, there's supposedly a senior banquet at the college. How many college students do we have here tonight? Raise your hands. Wait for the date, huh? I was talking to, I used to take a guy home and he said, why don't you talk about the girls? So on the way home, it's about an hour and a half trip from me. No traffic, and he started explaining the girls, and the more and more he explained, the more and more, and I just had to say, hey, I'm not going to talk about the girls at Trinity College because I just don't think they want to talk. I don't think it's fair. I'll just let a veterinarian do it. But, come on, now, I'll be fair. And the guys over there, the guy that was talking to me, is kind of a cross between Rocky and Pee Wee Herman. Seems like they got the brains of Rocky and the body of Pee Wee. All these guys are like, ooh, and the guy back there, ha, I learned a lot when I first came to Trinity, and one of the first things I learned was about the Trinity bathrooms. Now, this was amazing to me. Before I came here, I didn't know you could buy a sandpaper on a roll. And the other thing I didn't know is, during the wet season, and I have an hour and a half trip. When I get in from an hour and a half trip, I need to go to the bathroom. So I park and I try to go to the first one. You got this paper sign on the door that says, closed. Please use the library bathroom. They got it all over the place instead of the library. You know what I'd love to do? Go to the library bathroom and put on a sign saying, hold it. But there's a lot of things I learned. The library tours. One of those tours amazing. How many kept your books? Wait a minute, they printed these up for you. You did not. Keith, are you here? I can see he's ducking. I see the top of his head. Well, they're going to write them up in cartoon form so we can understand them next year. But there's a new requirement. You don't just take the library tours. You have to take a test following the library tours. It's so amazing. What I like to do is, I don't want to be mean, but the international students, they come to a different culture. So what I like to do sometimes is, if they don't know it, I walk to them and say, all those lunches you see out there? Those are free lunches. If you're really hungry, just peek through and see which one you like. And the other thing I like to do is finals week. Now, I'm not big on studying, right, Marty? Yeah, that's okay, I didn't listen to your class, you don't have to listen to So what I love to do is see these people just get into the study, and I wait till they leave their carol, and I go and take their books and move to another carol. When they come back, I love to see their faces come back. Okay, they sit down and study. I'm usually not in the library that long, so I'll leave for about 2 hours, go down to the White Horse Inn, and I'll go down there and study there. And I'll go back and I'll watch and I'll wait till they leave again and I'll move again. You know that rule says you can't save carols? You cannot put your books on the carols and save them? Amen. Okay, you get one of the carols. There's books all over the carols. I'd love to just take all the carols and just switch them all around. And just watch people try to find books. Wouldn't it be nice? Let's do that, right? I'll go to my it's closed. The other thing that is amazing to me is, I forgot what was amazing, but it must have been really amazing. I forgot. Well, another thing, I went through a change of program. You know how you get in here and you have one idea and you want to change it? Well, I wasn't in there, but I decided to change it to an MA in televangelist. I feel like depressed. I was turned down and said I didn't have enough money, and they saw me out with my wife in public. I had to stop. The other thing is, I'm glad I don't have to. I really am. And I know a lot of you too are glad I don't have to date. But
when she was older. I mean, of course it's not now. But have you noticed that girls are never overweight or never fat? They're always big boned. Never have I seen an overweight girl. Or the vaccine. The other thing is when you watch people trying to date or trying to get a date, it's amazing. I have a friend here named Matt Nussbaum. Well, I had a friend here named Matt Nussbaum. And he's single, and we were talking, he said he was really looking for a wife. And, Matt, you still there? Oh, he's over here. But I said, Matt, it's probably easier if you look for a single woman. I know. The other thing, being married is fantastic. I met Hubie, and the first time I got to meet his wife, Terry, and I'm really impressed. I guess you can't believe everything you hear in the cafeteria, can you? But when you're married, there's seems to be a whole big difference from before you're married and after you're married. Before you're married, it seems like the guy's the king. He's put up on a throne. After you're married, there's only one throne you can have. And you know, I realized that after you get married, you develop bad habits. I don't know if you know. Did you know that picking your nose is a bad habit? Really, I went through my whole life, well, most of my life, enjoying that great gift, I think it's a gift, of picking my nose. And my wife didn't say anything to me until after we were married. And here's my theology of this. I figure if God invented a finger that was fit, then it should be able to be put there. Now, if you didn't want to pick our nose, wouldn't our fingers be the size of big toes? But believe me, it is hard to pick your nose with your toes. These girls go, shit. Oh, that's the way it is. The way you get married. The last thing I want to say is that I knew that good response is that while I'm here, one thing I try to do, and I really do, I guess I enjoy this, is that I want Trinity to be fun. Believe it or not, I'm past it. Most of my classes. I enjoy being here, but most of all, I think I'm kind of the opposite end of all those that study. Because I feel that there's a lot of coursework there, a lot of studies, and I just try to make things light. So if you're having a tough day, you don't feel like studying, or you do feel like studying, and you still have a tough day, you see me down on the whiteboard saying, just come on, sit down, and we'll just have a few laughs. Because I think it's so important to laugh as a Christian. Because so many times people lose that. And it was good tonight. Man, it's been fantastic. And I hope you never forget that. Don't just leave it to one night. Try to keep it throughout the whole time. Thank you. You like the
I'll just sit down here since I can't stand up and reach. While they're setting up, let's sing a fun song. How many of you, like me, when I was in junior high, used to every Saturday night watch Hee Haw? This is group participation here. Follow me, okay? That song? There's that little chorus I used to sing around laying on the floor, and they were always crying and everything. Let's sing it together.
Where, oh, where are you tonight? Why did you leave me here all alone?
Get twanging now.
I searched the world over and thought I found true love, but you made another and you was gone.
Good. Did you guys know that Oral Roberts was injured the other day? He was hit by a speedboat when he went out for a walk. That was a big hit at my house. behind me are the Preach Boys. I was told to fill time while they do this, but I'm not going to attempt this anymore. They're going to do a medley. They're the last act we have tonight, and then afterwards, after they're done, I'd appreciate it if everybody who was in an act tonight would come up here, take a bow, you guys clap, and then go. Okay? So, wait for these guys to
Where's Marty?
Okay, for 25 points, it's Jeopardy. Ready? You guys ask the question, I'll give you the answer. For 25 points, who eats ice cream cones? What teacher eats ice cream cones in class? Paul Feinberg, right? Guys, my first year here, my first course was with Dr. Weitzel. We call him Bullet Barry because his tests are so hard. But Dr. Weitzel, as soon as I walked by the room, and there's Paul Feinberg talking real loud with an ice cream cone like this in shorts, Cubs t-shirt, and I'm like, this is grad school. So you're hearing green in 1984, and I'm going, wow. And 55
We got to kill more time here. I came to Trinity in 1978. Wow! 1978. And I just come up from Dallas Seminary after taking summer trip there. There's a real change going from Dallas to Trinity. My first day in the dorms, there were about 8 guys playing penny poker. So I decided to stay. Put on the Preach Boys. You guys ready? No, you're not ready. Bill, why don't you take over here?
You know, I really came to Trinity in 1947. You got a good joke?
I think before these guys get away, I think we should give Marty and Bill a big hand for trying to stand up for all of us.
You guys want to hear a good yuppie joke? Sure. I like yuppie jokes. There's this yuppie. He just bought himself a Mercedes-Benz. And he's driving. He took it out for a drive. And he goes around a curve. And he was going a little too fast, and he underestimated how the car could take the turn. He overestimated the ability of the car to move, and he rolls the car, okay? And he has his left arm hanging out the window, right? As he rolls the car, rolls a few times and stops. The paramedics come and everything, and the yuppie's slinging on him, and he's going, my car, my Mercedes, I can't believe I wrecked my Mercedes! And the paramedic goes, my God, man, you just lost your arm, what's wrong with you? And he goes, oh no, my Rolex, my Rolex!
Marty. Kill it.
Let's give a big hand for the Breeze Boys.
Morning, yes.
Oh, Doug, boy. He's doing so well in that preaching class. He's going to be a good Presbyterian. That's all right. Martin, let me go for that.
Finger. I'll never get it. I'll never be a preacher. I think I'll just move to the beach and sell hot dogs.
Well, see, the problem is that every time I come to the beach, it's with you guys.
Oh, gee, thanks a lot.
Well, you know, you're no Annette Funicello, especially with that beard. But you know, also my mom was putting a lot of pressure on me to bring home a seminary girl after I graduate. Whenever that is. Sometime, I suppose.
Oh, you've got a point there, Tom. I haven't had a date since I've been to seminary. Yeah, we got comedians that dare to come up here and put down our lovely Trinity women. These women are so far above me in class.
And there's classes that are scheduled, too.
At any rate, I'm supposed to be sad, and I'm angry. And I'm going to play a protest song, except that the script calls me to play the blues.
I can't believe you guys are worried about something so trivial when the evangelical church is in TEDS.
Why do you say it's TEDS?
Well, just look at all the sex scandals, and we're still feeling the effects of the Jim and Tammy fiasco. Well, and even before that story broke, it was starting to look like getting on PTL was going to be the pinnacle of everyone's evangelical career.
Well, that is TEDS. I think I'll play the blues too.
You guys are something. I mean, all you ever talk about are seminary girls and the evangelical scandal. Girls, scandal. Dates, and dirt.
What's in you now?
I got real problems.
Like what?
Midterms are coming.
Midterms? Oh no!
I bomb exams. I bomb exams.
Exams.
USA. Then everybody'd be preaching like Jim and Tammy Faye. Buy an air-conditioned log house, a Lamborghini too. Vacation homes in 5 countries, preaching USA. You see him preaching in Del Mar, Ventura County line, Santa Cruz and Tresles, Australia's Maribyrnong, all over Manhattan, and down Whitney Way, 'cause everybody's gone preaching USA. Well, we're TV preachers, we got plastic features, and we'll preach everywhere we go. We preach about Jesus and we preach about sin for $10,000 a show. We give you all kinds of healings, give you all kinds of feelings, but the feeling we still ain't felt is the feeling that'll get you when you get your kisser with Jamaica on the PTL. PTL. Gonna see me sit with Jamaica, maybe then I'll be a money raker. Gonna see my smiling face with Jamaica on the PTL. Take it, Danny. T-shirts and posters and autographed toasters, but the one thing we just can't sell is an autographed picture with my smiling kisser with Jamaica on the PTL. PTL. Gonna see me sitting with Jamaica, maybe then I'll be a money raker. Gonna see my smiling face with Jamaica on the PTL. Mark's going to tell you about it now. Mark is going to tell us now. Mark? Mark, are you going to tell us? Tell us, Mark, please.
Okay. Well, we're selling salvation on your TV station. Got our own line of hairspray too. Got a genuine Christian new branch. Be a spiritual buckaroo. Now it's all designed just to be divine and to keep sinners out of hell. And we keep getting richer, but we can't get a picture with Jamaica on the PTL.
Everybody!
PTL.
Gonna see me sitting with Jamaica, maybe then I'll be a money raker. Gonna see my smiling face with Jamaica on the PTL. With Jamaica on the PTL. With Jamaica on the PTL.
As I am with this one plea, send money to my ministry to build your spiritual and with evil that you send returns tax free.
judging syntax will fall in love. Excuse me, I'm not playing. Will you stay with me for life? Will you be your pastor's wife? Well, okay, talk about it. For those of you who were around last year, you remember this one. Those of you who weren't, it's a new song to learn. Just like a praise chorus, right? Well, the Princeton girls are liberal and their preaching never fails. And the Dallas girls wear their dresses and hose, and they all have ponytails. Like the preacher's daughters and the offertories well. And the missionaries' daughters, they like to contextualize so swell. I wish they all could be Trinity girls. I wish they all could be Trinity girls. Well, the Fuller girls are hip, they study surfing 101. And the Talbot girls are really quiet and meek, they practice 1 Peter 3 verse 1.
Wives, be submissive.
Girls have class and very fine theology. The Westminster girls are truly Calvinists and say, boys, that's for me. I wish they'd all could be Trinity girls. I wish they all could be Trinity girls.
Well, the college girls are young and not much snoring enough for me.
And the Trinity wives are really great, but their average age is 53. And the way they kiss, they keep the windows fogged at night. But the Trinity girls, I really like their walk. They keep the Lord first in their sight. I wish they all could be Trinity girls. I wish they all could be Trinity girls. Perfect
have given new meaning to the word borderline. It's that all caps lock.
That was